All right, then in business news, the presidency has announced the takeoff of the $550 million upstream gas project between the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and Total Energies on the development of Ubeta field. Special advisor to the president on energy, Mrs. Olu Very Jane, disclosed this at the inaugural U.S. Strategic Energy Dialogue hosted by the U.S. State Department in Washington, D.C. Speaking at the luncheon put together by the inaugural dialogue, the special advisor to the president said the upstream gas project will deliver 350 million standard cubic feet of gas per day when it becomes operational. The SA told the gathering that major energy reform introduced by President Bola Tinubu since June 2023 focused on improving energy security, attracting investments, and deepening collaboration with key partners, including the United States government. On his part, the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State, Department's Bureau of Energy Resources, Godfrey Part, says the dialogue was apt and strategic. Meanwhile, the federal government has evolved a strategy to tap into the $7 trillion burgeoning global halal market products and services. Special Assistant to the President on Export Expansion, Office of the Vice President, Mr. Aliu Sheriff, disclosed this in a statement issued by the spokesperson of the Vice President, Mr. Stanley Nwocha, in Abuja. The Special Assistant said that as part of efforts to achieve the strategy, the federal government will launch a comprehensive strategy to position the country as a leading partner in the halal economy. He explained that the project is part of initiatives to diversify the economy through the halal market that meets Islamic permissibility standards and embodies ethnic integrity and universal values. It disclosed that the initiative will bring together government agencies, private sector players, international partners to capitalize on Nigeria's position as the 8th largest domestic halal economy globally. And to other news now, the president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, Mr. Samuel Agbeluyi, has emphasized the need for better management of Nigeria's tax system to boost revenue. Mr. Agbeluyi was speaking at the inauguration of the Institute's 19th chairman of Lagos and District Society after the completion of the term of the media's past chairman. He explained that over the past decade, the government only over-rely on oil revenue, which Nigeria cannot sustain itself as a monoproduct economy. The CITN president calls for sanity in the tax ecosystem to bridge the infrastructural gap in the country and improve lives of Nigerians. Speaking also at the event, the chairman of the Lagos and District Society promised to gear the institute towards exploring available resources aimed at improving the members' technical skills by offering regular monthly training symposiums and other programs to keep their professional knowledge up to date at all times.
It's all about sacrifice. If you want to serve the institute, you are serving humanity as a sacrifice. So we advise them to see this as call to duty so that they can serve the institute properly.
It's a lot of work managing people, especially professionals that are very busy, that have other things occupying their time. So it's a lot of work, organizing ourselves to get things done.
With my executive that we have, to plan on the technologies that we are having today in Nigeria, because we cannot continue to get the same, get different results when we are doing the same thing the same way. So we have to do in different ways now, going about technology, going about the AI that we have now, and the different ways of meeting our results.
The Lagos State Waterways Authority has reaffirmed its commitment to creating a safe, sustainable, and efficient inland waterway system for all citizens. This was emphasized during the recently concluded Water Savvy Kids program, a training initiative designed to teach students vital water safety skills. TVC News senior business correspondent Ifunaya Eze reports.
This year's Water Savvy Kids program brought together students from 5 public schools in Lagos, all participating in hands-on training sessions. At the event, Lagos State's Commissioner for Transportation and the chairman of the House Committee on Transportation, highlighted the importance of education and awareness in maintaining the sustainability of the state's waterways.
Our waterways is very important to us in form of transportation. We all know what's going on the land as regards to congestion on our roads. And with our Themes Plus, Mr. Governor is very particular about our transportation, because moving people and goods and services from point A to B is something that we have to be intentional about in Lagos.
Why don't people use water? It's because we are afraid of water. And the truth, so I want you to hold it today. It is safer to travel on water than to travel on land.
General Manager of the Lagos State Waterways Authority, Mr. Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, stressed that the program has played a key role in educating children on water conservation and safety.
Throughout this program, we have witnessed young minds face the challenges and opportunities of managing our inland waterways resources. Their enthusiasm and commitment prove that our inland waterways future is safe. Lagos, as you know, is a city surrounded by water, so our inland waterways are one of the most valuable assets in Lagos. They provide transportation, they support commerce, and are essential to the well-being of our environment.
One of the participants spoke about the life-saving benefits of wearing life jackets while on the water.
Number one thing I've learned is that when you are in the pool, you should always stay close to the edge. So if any accident or some things happen, you can easily leave the pool. And also, I also learned that when you are in a boat, you should always wear life jacket.
The closing ceremony saw the participants receive certificates of completion, officially marking them as ambassadors for water conservation, safety and sustainability. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
Saudi Arabia says it will pump $5 billion into Egypt as the first phase of investment. The Egyptian government in a statement said the Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud has directed the Saudi Public Investment Fund to invest. The announcement comes hours after the Crown Prince met with Egypt's Prime Minister Mustafa Moboli in Riyadh. Now, the Saudi Crown Prince praised Egypt's efforts to address the concerns of Saudi investors and emphasized the importance of resolving remaining trade disputes to attract more investment. Prime Minister Mustafa Moboli said Egypt had resolved most challenges facing Saudi investors, and only 14 disputes remaining to be settled. And crude oil prices extended gains today as the market eyed U.S. output concerns in the aftermath of Hurricane Francine in expectations of lower U.S. crude stockpiles. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude sells for $70.24 with an uptick of 0.21%. Brent also excels for $72.75 and it's flat actually. Bonnie Light fell to sell at $78.62 and is down 2.84%. And for the OPEC basket, dealers are offering $72.42 with an upward price margin of 2.23%. That's business at this hour. I'll see you at the top of the hour for Business Nigeria. Next is Sports News. Good afternoon.